Hey everyone, my name's Pupsker, and today we're gonna create a Honkai Star Rail tier list based on update 1.0. So yeah, Twitch chat, as always, let me know what you think. We'll be going with this tier list that I found, right? Goes up to SSSABC, has all the 1.0 character releases, might have another extra or two if I don't pay a lot of attention, but this is the tier list, so let's see how it goes. We can start off with the top of this tier list, or we can like mix it up. It realistically doesn't matter. So I'm gonna start off in the Codex. This is what I've unlocked so far out of the characters. I got Bailu, healer, great. And I got a single target hunt DPS ice, Yansheng, which is also good because freezing is so far real good. So I'm not mad. Anyways, let's start off with Yansheng. Freezing, hunt, single target, right? Can I look at his abilities easily? No, but I can look at his splash art, right? Either way, that's okay. He's a hunt character, so he's single target ice. He does very good damage. I very much enjoy using him so far. So we could put him probably pretty solidly as an S tier single target damage. Maybe you'd want to drop him down to A, but I'm thinking he's S tier. The added advantage of freeze pushes the enemies back so much, and he can combo with follow-up attacks really hard. So he hits his like attack, and then he has a passive, and then he ults his passive again, and then yeah, it combos really well. So I'm having a lot of fun with him, 10 out of 10. Next we're going with Bailu. Oh my god, Bailu, OP, right? She is, I think, one of two healers right now, and she is the 5-star healer. She is ridiculously strong. I don't have any Eidolons for her, but if you have her upped with Eidolons, the amount of heal she does is insane. So wherever she is, Bailu, definitely SS 100%. And of course, judge this tier list as you will. Subscribe, like, and I do have an Epic Game Store creator code Pupsker, so use that if you want. Now, March 7th, she's one of the preservation, is that what they're called? Preservation, technically tank shield characters. I, so far, don't like her early game shielding, but I think she picks up a little bit later on. She's a pretty good character, but I think there's better characters, better shielders overall. I'm gonna throw her solidly as like A tier. I like the main character more as a preservation more than her once I got main character. So let's quickly talk about main character, who isn't technically shown here. MC has two setups. The first one is not quite as good. I'm trying to remember. It was a destruction baseball bat build, right? I don't think it was great. I didn't like it all that much. I would put that one as probably like, realistically, it's probably A tier. I just didn't have any good uses for it at the time. But it was a, what was it? Yeah, it was this style, a physical destruction, and destruction itself is just kind of like outstanding damage and great survivability. I didn't find the damage was anything too good, didn't like the abilities, so I would throw MC like destruction probably A B tier depending on how much you liked it. It was probably like A tier strength, but like B tier likability. Whereas I would throw MC Preservation, the tanky Healy, well, tanky, not really Healy, but shieldy tanky one, I would throw that more S tier. Very good and useful, very nice to use on a secondary team because, you know, MC gets leveled up along the way of the story, and as you play through the game, get your Trailblaze levels, so I would say MC is great as a preservation tank on your secondary team or like as a splash character. So really like him so far, but I don't like main character. Dan Heng, good single target hunt character, wind damage, goes really fast, very selfish hunt character, right? All of his abilities are just single target attack. There's really not much to say there. Gets better later, of course, like with everyone. More Eidolons, more talent traces unlocks. I can't remember what they're technically called in this one, but he is probably pretty solidly between S and A, depending on where you'd throw him or like him. I'm throwing him in A tier for now. I think he's good, but I think he could be better, and his damage could be higher, but oh well. Asta, so Asta, however you technically say it. Very nice support. So she mainly buffs characters' attacks, like your character's team's attacks. It's just kind of passively buffs their attack, as well as gives good speed boosts with her ultimate. I am enjoying using her both for support and to break enemy shields, because she's pretty good at doing weakness breaks, like shield breaks, so I'm very much enjoying her. I would throw her in, I don't know where a lot of these might rate, so that's why I'm very curious what everyone else would rate her as. But I'm throwing her probably in S tier. I think the speed boost is just really nice, because I've had it where I've gone like over 2 times or 3 times turns over the enemies because I've frozen combo, speed boost comboed with them. So I think she's pretty S tier, but it depends on what you're thinking, right? There's a lot of great characters down here. I haven't played half of them, so these tier lists are always for fun and, you know, not super serious. Next we have Herta. So Herta's Erudition, right? Ooh, multi-target. I think she is considered the worst one right now. So I have no plans on using her whatsoever. Her attacks seem to be okay, but I haven't played her enough to actually know. People are rating her really low, so let's throw her down. She's either B or C tier, depending on what people are throwing her in at, but I'm thinking I'll throw her in B tier for now. But I've not heard anything good about her. So next we have Serval. I have Serval and I like Serval. She's multi-target, she's lightning. I think she's pretty good, but I don't love her. I think she's like pretty decent multi-target, but nothing special. Like, I don't think anything special about her attack. So I'm throwing her solidly as like A tier character, right? Nothing, anything higher than that. She's good and she does decent damage, but ever since I started picking up King Shi, I've thought that Serval's damage was just not cutting it. So I will throw her up as S tier, and I want to talk about her next. King Sho. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Hopefully I am. I think she's pretty good. I think the damage on her passive is actually massive. She builds up a lot of damage without you realizing it, and just gets a lot of free damage by existing, and how her skill ability kind of works. I think it's pretty decent. I like it, and I think her damage is really high. Not a lot of characters that I like that are quantum other than like Seele, and I haven't pulled for her, so that also kind of helps her. So I like her as an Erudition 4-star quantum, right? Mwah! Love it. Love it. So, okay, next we have, Natasha. Let's talk about Natasha. Natasha's the only other, right? Only other healer in the game. So I would throw her in like SS tier, but like she's not as good as Bailu right now, okay? So she's definitely S tier, in my opinion. I know everyone throws King Shi lower than Serval. I don't like Serval as much as her comparatively. I know. Maybe it's because I find that it's so easy to get other lightning characters. Maybe it's because in 1.1 Xingzhong, I think that's the name, I could be wrong, Xingzhong, is going to be a 5-star lightning erudition, so like she'll just, the dude white hair bro is gonna push her down. I just didn't think Serval's DPS was as cool as your girl's King Show's. Either way, I know people will probably disagree with me. Xingyan, yeah, God, I keep messing his name up, but he's gonna like stomp out Serval completely. So that'll probably put her at a B tier because Xingyan's existence. But either way, really good. Natasha is still a great healer. She does single target heals, restores their health, full party heals, but not as good as Bailu, okay? Because I think the way Natasha's heals are is you get some health per turn instead of on attack, so it works a little differently. Not quite as strong, but still really good. Good abundance, second character, everyone gets her. Pila. I haven't been able to play or see Pila much. See, she is Nilety. I don't know how her abilities or her attacks work too much. I don't think I've seen people talk too highly of her at all, but seeing her attacks, it's like, okay, she decreases enemies' defenses, not too bad, so that definitely helps, but I don't know how maxed out she'd be, so I'll be safe with her. I'll put her as like an A tier. I haven't seen anyone rate her really highly or really low, but she might be B tier, okay? I just haven't seen a single person end up using her. I think in theory, maybe her abilities are pretty good, but I don't know. Either way, I'm still gonna put her as A tier. I don't know how good of A tier she'd be. I think defense reduction sounds good, but I just haven't seen anyone use her in a team. But I think she's probably pretty decent, right? She's probably pretty decent, right? I've just chucked that. Sad, sad Herda down there. So, I've already gone with King Shig. So, Tingyun. Tingyun is also electric, lightning, sorry. Harmony. She mainly boosts, I think, energy and just straight damage. So, she's big damage boosts and kind of like turn energy increase. So, I think I like her. She's on my secondary team and I'm building her up slowly. And I think she works out like very well with my general, any team, honestly. I'll throw her as A. Maybe I'd throw her near S, but I'll throw her as like high A, probably. She's really good, and I really like how her kit works. It's just like she buffs people. She gives people like energy, sometimes kind of like movement speed increase. I don't know how she'll stack up though. Like I could throw her A or S. She is really good. I need to build her more to know for sure, but I feel like a lot of the supports in this game are really good. Right? I could be totally wrong on this. That's fine. You're saying that she's SS for Tingyun, right? I could throw her on S. I don't know if she's SS worthy. Probably is really nice. But she's going well with my secondary team. So maybe like high A, maybe S, but I'll throw her in S, you know? I'll throw her in S. I do like her. I just need more time on her to have a better opinion. So, Xu Sheng. Xu Sheng is also a hunt character, but she actually kind of stands out as a physical. Physical hunt characters, I kind of think are pretty good, because there's a lot of characters that break for physical, so it's really nice. She's just straight damage, physical, just damage, 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 all damage. So it's no big surprise. I don't know how much people like her. I'm throwing her as A right now, because she's good. I definitely know she's good, but I don't know if she's like super good, right? I just think she's pretty decent. She's definitely usable, and you could throw her on really well because she's physical. Like, I think her physicalness does give her a good boost, because I've seen a lot of enemies where I'm like, it'd be really nice to have this physical for this boss. It splashes so well on a lot of things, so definitely good on A, I would say. Would recommend, 10 out of 10. So all of these characters, I'll do the 4 stars first. So we have Hook, Sampo, and Arlen. We'll start with Arlen. He is a destruction, a lightning character. Like I said, there's a lot of lightning characters. While I don't think he's like dog or anything, I have not seen a single person use him or talk too highly of him. So while he might be an A tier character, hell, maybe he's S tier secretly, I'm throwing him on B tier for now. He seems to be pretty decent, right? Lightning damage, lightning damage, lightning damage to everyone. But I don't think he's like super special. I don't know. I'm gonna throw him on B tier for now. Maybe I just don't like a lot of the lightning characters. Maybe I'm just like very against lightning so far. A lot of the characters seem like lackluster. Might just be me though. So I am gonna throw him in like B tier for now. I don't think he's C or anything, but B tier probably. So Sampo, oh boy. Sampo right now is what a lot of people are saying is like the great Nile-T 4-star DPS. Wind, I've seen people build a lot of just general teams in the simulated universe around his dot, right? The increased dot off his just ultimate there is nice. The talent dot is actually a really high chance as well. You get a lot of wind dots thrown down because of him. So he's probably pretty high rated right now. I don't know if he'd be S tier, but I think he would be S tier. It's hard to say because like nobody, right? Nobody is getting a ton of playtime in all characters unless you're rich and you've pulled everyone and you're wailing super hard. No one can possibly build every character, so that's the annoying part about every single type of like tier list like this. But I've heard very good things of Sampo, so we'll put him at S tier. Maybe he's lower S tier because he's a 4-star, but I'll throw him at S tier nonetheless. So Hook. People have simped about Hook as a fire destruction. I don't like Hook's kit, the like one time I played with it, but I haven't been able to build Hook a lot. I've seen a lot of people simp over the nice dot fire damage that Hook does as like destruction. Hits a lot of people, regenerates energy, right? Good stuff, resists, does more damage. I don't know if I'd throw her on SS because I've seen a lot of people throw Hook very highly as like an SS 4-star, right? One of the few, because there's like seemingly not a lot of really nice 4-star or like really nice destruction characters that are likable or have good damage. But I still think she'd be S. Like, I don't know how highly she technically would be, but I've seen people throw her insanely high. I'll put her down to S for a 4-star. She'd probably be lower S because of that. Maybe some people would say higher S, but that's where we're going there. Now, we're getting to like some of the strongest 5-stars and whatnot now. So you're probably gonna see a handful of these ones on SS. I could just be straight up wrong, but hey. So we'll start with Seele, because Seele is just stupid. Seele goes to SS. She's fucking insane. She's the first like single target event special banner. She does quantum damage. So she's the only hunt quantum, right? Not a ton of quantum characters, IMO, so that also really helps, but she just gets tons of kills. She's insane for getting final hits because of how her ability works. She gets final hit, goes again, final hit, goes again. So she's just insane single target. If I didn't get Yongsheng, I would probably wanted to have pulled for Seele. But because I got this boy right here, I'm going to wait until next patch, right? I'm going to get Xingyun. I have like 130 pulls, so that's where I'm at there. Next, oh my god, all these characters are insane. Hey, appreciate it, everyone. Thank you for that. Right, Xingyun not out yet. Next we have Bronya. So Bronya is a support, technically. Is she Harmony? Harmony. So she's big ally buffs. She's great. Everyone should get her and use her if you can. I think she's one of the better ones. Oh god, I actually maybe there it is. Yes, when Bronya is on the field, all allies deal 10% more damage. Yeah, she just straight up has good broken ass abilities like that too. So her abilities are nice. I haven't used her, but I've only heard good things. And she's the only 5-star? Yeah, she's the only 5-star Harmony. There's a lot of like only 5-star this, only 5-star that. So you're gonna see a lot of these remaining 5-stars just straight up get yeeted into SS, right? It's just how it goes for a lot of gacha games on release. All right, it is what it is. I would say let's go with Welt. Welt, definitely only SS. He's without a doubt. Welt is SS. He is Nialty. And he is the only imaginary character in the entire game, right? The only one. Imprison enemies suffer from delayed action and speed reduction. So when you imprison and weakness break as imaginary, right? You slow characters. You just slow them down. Oh my god, I love it. He's still insane. Very good, and everyone should use him if you get him. I don't know the exact extent of his damage, but you're going to be damaging enemies and slowing them because of how it works, right? Reduce speed, reduce speed. You'll just see a lot of like imprison, reduce speed. So Welt is insane. I wish I got him as well. He would be so good to splash onto any goddamn team as a Nialty, right? So yeah, sick. You'd have sick imaginary or simulated universe runs with your boy. So he would without doubt go SS, okay? So let's talk about Himiko. Himiko's fire and she's erudition, so multi-target. She has a really sick ultimate, right? Her attacks are pretty cool in how they work, but I don't think she's as good as she could be. I've heard her damage is actually low. It's just too low. She has like good overall just attacks, but I think of her burn damage isn't super high and her just overall damage isn't as high as it could be, comparing to some of the other like 5-star characters, even for like multi-target. I think mostly what I see around Himiko is throwing her around S tier, right? A lot of the 5-stars are just S tier because they're 5-stars, and that's just how it goes on release of any goddamn gacha game, right? Don't be too surprised around that. But everyone's saying her damage is the worst out of all the like base 5-stars right now. So she's like lower S or maybe acceptably higher A. Right? She's not like insane S tier like all of these SS tiers. I wish I could throw my main up to SS, but even I don't think he's too insane compared to other characters, right? So it is what it is. Japad. Japad is a lovely ice preservation character. Only heard good things about it, right? increases attack based on defense. Probably has a lot of Frozone attacks in there. Defense absorb shields his allied characters, right? Can't knock them down as easily. More absorption. Skill has freeze built in, right? You can trigger things at 100%. Will restore energy. Higher chance to be attacked by enemies. So he's a really good tank just by default once you get some levels in there. He's definitely SS tier. From what I've seen, it's like, you know, he's like MC, but ice. He's insane and he can freeze. You can't be mad, but he's like a better preservation ice MC. MC's fire, sorry, he's ice. So I've heard very similar, I guess, examples of just like, he's ice MC. So I think he's insane, still very good, 10 out of 10. So Xingyan I would throw in SS, but he's not out yet, so let's not actually worry about it. Clara. So Clara, let me throw her in there, S right now. I've heard Clara is good, but I can't remember if I've heard her being absolutely insane. I want to take a double look at her talents, because I think she's good. She has built-in counter, which is already nice. Okay, immediately attacks the enemy upon entering battle. Chance Clara. Okay, okay. So she has built-in just attack, defense, debuff, place on enemy, resist crowd control, right? A lot of crowd control, a lot of resist. But I just haven't had enough time to hear about or talk about or see Clara. But I think she is really good. So she's probably SS, okay? Let's be real, I think the way her abilities work make her really high, like, single target damage or overall good enough destruction. Okay, it is, like, multi-target. I don't know how insane, but she probably is, like, SS for fire damage right now. I'm just kind of sad because I haven't used her. Oh, yeah, her Eidolons are also borked as all can be, like other characters. So I would think, like, she's probably pretty calmly... Oh, she's physical, not fire. She's physical. I thought she was fire. That was my bad. Yeah, no, I would throw her on SS. Her being physical, I think she's the only... Yeah, the only 5-star physical as well, which definitely helps. And she's, her and Shusheng, only real physical damage dealers out there. So, I mean, yeah, still early on, but people have been saying good things about her. I just haven't been able to see enough Clara. So, yeah, you know what? I'll throw her up there. Either way, that is the Honkai Star Rail tier list for now, okay? For now. Let me know what you think. It's not like it's perfect or anything, okay? And let me know what your opinions on some of the characters have been, because I've just heard so many good things about so many of the characters. Like, realistically, you can probably build no problem with any characters and beat the game. So I think that's fine, right? I think only taking on Bronya or SS at the moment because they work in about every team. Hey, fair enough. Fair enough. I think Welt works in every team too, but I mean, that's just because only imaginary and he slows people down. So, hey, it's fine. But yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you. Sub, like, favorite. Check out the Twitch where we stream. We stream on YouTube and make videos. I have a Twitter, an Instagram, Facebook. I have all of that, TikTok, etc. Epic Game Store creator code Pupsker if you want to support the channel or if you ever buy anything on the Epic Game Store. So, thank you. Cheers, cheers.